Since I've become busy, life has become so hectic. It seems like not too long ago I was a simple beekeeper. Then I took a trip down the rabbit hole and discovered that all was not okay with the world. It took me a lot of time and research to finally accept it. I mean, I'm a rational person. Not only were the honeybees dying out in mass, but I discovered there was a global conspiracy to control the human race. The real trouble started when I was organizing my fellow farmers and we started asking questions. They don't take to that very kindly. It cost me everything. But God, being who He is, did not let evil overcome me, but sent someone to help raise me up. When I woke up, Grok was there. He had a message of hope that touched and inspired me. And with the help of my new friend Tech9, who designed an armor to help me fight corruption, I was now the hero known as BZZT. BZZT, whose real name is John, is a name I will be referring to him by because it is easier to say John during my recording process than BZZT throughout the video. John received coordinates from Tech9 to the location of a weird disturbance taking place at the farms not too far away from him, with one of the farmers indicating that some guy in a weirdo suit named Toxin came and threatened them, to which John has a suspicion on exactly what might be the case here. When he arrives at the burnt farm, it is exactly as he thought. Since the local farmers started standing up to Monsanto, the company that basically is trying to run a seed supply monopoly, to my knowledge, at least from other Remnant stories, they were the ones who put the hit on John when he tried to expose them in the first place. They started to take their warnings up a notch. First they came with lawsuits and now they're hiring ESPs, which context is enhanced super person. Everyone that has superpowers or super suit is an ESP in the Remnant stories. And with that intel, John radios to Tech9 his plan to see if Monsanto is involved in all of this, or if it was just the sole act of the ESP Toxin. And that's right, if you guessed it, they were in fact involved. But as he surveyed the warehouse and reported his findings to Tech9, he is surprised attacked by Blue Flame, and the two have an all-out brawl, which I must commend the writer, Jose Cruz, of the comic. As someone who is 17 issues deep into reviewing The Remnant, the amount of banter and disrespect, and if you have not read the other issues, these lines will go over your head moments that this fight scene was filled with was honestly well done. It's a standard quippy superhero fight scene dialogue, but in the context of The Remnant. However, BZZT is outmatched when compared to Blue Flame. Where the English went. BZZT is outmatched when compared to Blue Flame, but he was actually only buying time for his backup to arrive, Raytheon, who knocks Blue Flame unconscious with a power blast, and the two stand over him very much concerned for the kid and hoping he would change his ways, as well as hoping he had not yet taken the red baptism, because they both saw the kid grow up and care for him, as he is the son of the Remnant members Pink Spade and Flameshot, who are their friends. But their pondering gave him enough time to get back up and fly away, escaping before they could have captured him. John wondered if they should chase him, but Raytheon thinks catching Toxin was more important than trying to chase Blue Flame. Plus, he is sure they will cross paths with the kid again. And we end this issue with BZZT battle log of the event. That is throughout the video. It's much. Maybe it's not as hard as I thought to say BZZT throughout the video instead of John. I was contacted by some local farmers. They decided to grow only organic crops, and boy was seed maker Monsanto angry. The evil seed company sent the enforcer to try and change the farmers' minds. They call him Toxin. I know it's a stupid name, but then again, I can't talk, my name is BZZT. So we did the obligatory hero versus villain thing. Stupid name and costume aside, he was a pretty tough opponent, but not tough enough, so I returned him back to his employer. Somehow, I don't think I've seen the last of him. And with that, let's put Parables of the Remnant issue 6 on our Christian fiction judgment scale. For the story, I'll give it a solid 4.5 out of 5. It was a really fun read and I have no complaints. Quite enjoyable side story of one of the Remnant heroes, as the story is quite literally named A Day in the Life of BZZT. Why didn't I give it a 5 out of 5, you may ask? Well, this year, since we have an entire 37 comic standard to judge other comics off of, versus last year where I was indeed just handing out 5 out of 5s everywhere, and then by the end of the year, when I look at our Excel spreadsheet of all the ratings when we did the 37 comic book, 37 Christian themed comic books you should check out, and I realized I handed out way too much 5s. 5 out of 5s on the Xplanations channel of stories that are just outstanding and mind-blowing, with a lot of reread potential in my opinion, because this is a opinionated review. This issue was just another well-structured issue in the Remnant's catalog. They're like 18, I think 25 comics strong. I have an extra folder of 9 new comics from the Remnant to review. So this is just another good story in the Remnant catalog, but it wasn't anything outstanding, and that isn't bad. I don't want to take away from anything that Jose did, as I did enjoy his writing in this comic. It just wasn't anything all that outstanding. Hope I made myself clear there. When it comes to artwork and creativity, it's a 5 out of 5 on our scale. It's solid and I can't knock anything on that end. I really love the cover between Toxin and BZZT, as well as the BZZT pinup in the last page of the issue, which I used for the thumbnail. When it comes to theological basis, which refers to how well Christian principles, theology, and scripture is adapted into a piece of Christian fictional work, I'll give it a 4 out of 5, since there wasn't any heavy theological themes to assess within this comic book. This is the backstory is one of my favorites of the Remnant and the most ridiculous. It's even funnier how in my natural order of review of the comics, this one was coincidentally on the list to review the same week that the Jason Statham Beekeeper movie came out. I don't even know what that movie is about, or I haven't even watched a trailer as of recording this voiceover, but I just saw it on my feed and my mind immediately thought of this when I saw the poster for it and the YouTube thumbnail for it advertising. Lastly, my enjoyment and how likely I am to recommend it is a 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed the story and do highly recommend that you check it out. You only saw parts of 7 to 10 pages from a 21-page comic book, so do be sure to check it out on your own and make your own opinion, and also let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, of course. So overall, Parables of the Remnant issue 6 gets a 4.5 out of 5 from the Xplanations. Let me know what you think of the comic based on what was discussed in the comments below. Do you agree with me or have a different take than I do? Link to purchase the comic will be in the description. If you enjoyed the video, then why not consider leaving a like on it and subscribing for more reviews and coverage of comics made by professing believers. If you enjoyed the video to the point you want to check out another one on the channel, then be sure to click the card at the top right hand corner of your screen to check out our other The Remnant reviews, or check out the time BZZT and other Remnant heroes had to put a stop to wild mutated locusts attacking the city. Or is it locusts? Locusts. English not working tonight. Locusts. Check out that video. It was pretty good.